和大家介绍一下，这位是我们的新成员阿那耶。
大家好。
以后他也会为我们献上好看的舞蹈，请大家多给他一些鼓励吧。
啊，阿那耶登台亮相了耶！嘿，不知道他跳起舞来会是什么样子。仔细想想，能有这样圆满的收场，可这尼禄的努力。众人的智慧，阿那耶的决心，哎，这是什么意思啊？你这么一说，虽然拆除剧场的事情过于粗暴，但要是真的狠下心来，他即便……算了，这种人脑子里在想什么，我们也搞不懂，还是好好看演出吧。喂，等等，你看，说是谁就出现，那不就是阿那耶的父亲吗？
哦，是你们呀！今天没什么事，我来这边
是来找阿那耶的吗？
啊，不是，只是想看看表演而已，不用打扰他啊。因为输掉了辩论，让教练院丢了面子，一时间我也就借此机会让上面的人暂时停了我的职，不然那
停？
是啊，现在我这个无业游民倒是有了很多闲心，能来看看这种演出。我确实无法理解这个地方有什么样的魔力，那个小姑娘努力的样子。我至今都忘不掉，阿那耶在他的身边，不然呢？这天下没有不担心孩子的父母吧？啊，算了，
来都来了，就去
啊，不用，没那个必要。演出结束，我也该走了。别和他说我来过。
好啦，千载难逢的机会，不是吗？
可是。
既然你已经打算与过去和解，就让他看看你的成长吧。别紧张，剧场的大家都是你最坚实的后盾。帮他们留些空间吧，我们去远一点的地方。
他们真的没问题？
不知道，但相信和尊重就好。
哦，对了，阿那耶，我带了个东西给你，最近才学的，做的不太好，你愿意收下的话，就送给你。不想要就算了，没关系，没事。
我们好好谈谈吧，父亲。这两个人果然是父女呢，扭扭捏捏的样子都那么像。
是啊，要不是我赶紧拽上安娜，
他们有机会和好吗？
这我就不知道了。和好对他们来说，那么多年积攒的矛盾与误会，不是轻易就能解除的。但是，无论他们人在何方，要是他们也能从中受惠，感受到其……对了，辩论的事情，我们大家都很感谢，于是我们做了一份谢礼，希望你可以收下。
这不就是好厉害！
我们也是第一次，祖拜尔先生和加萨尼先生负责设计， 主体部分则是里卡尔和内加姐姐因为你们是冒险家，今后还会前往所以我们希望祖拜尔剧场能成为你们旅途中的一段美好记忆。
有机会我们就会来看你跳舞。
不用客气，也不用客套，来，快收下吧，这是属于你我的故事。
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition...
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI. The situation was a bit complicated.
Who was behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balladeer? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the Doctor has left Sumeru by boat. So, we've successfully removed the Doctor from the picture. Also...
Oh! Kainari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experiences.
All right. Everything also went smoothly on my side. The Eremites should have arrived at their destination by now, to avoid alerting the quarry.
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru City.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team.
It appears to have been very effective. Well, is that everything? Okay, this meeting is adjourned.
Huh? Wait, you...
Well, what else is there to discuss?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement? You know, to fire us up now?
Personally, I'd rather we all go home and get some rest.
I'll hate them, you... Ugh.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize and not to lead. So you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big shots were great speakers.
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that. So what?
A scribe is responsible for recording meetings, not speaking.
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker either. I guess that leaves it to my employer.
Employer?
Yep, the Traveler hired me. That's right. So come on, boss. What do you have to say for the team?
Yeah! Say something to boost morale!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find you.
Judging from the group and all your serious faces, you were discussing something important, weren't you? But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join you? You mean you also want to discuss something important with me?
Yes. Something very important. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. You are truly the bravest and most passionate people of Sumeru, well, that I've ever met.
Ahem.
Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well.
That's right!
I must admit that I'm a little scared, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay, I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much. Be discreet.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep, yep! It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success and failure.
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself recently. It's been nice and quiet.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Alright, let's all go home and get a good night's sleep so we can be up early tomorrow!
Okay. So I guess that means it's time to say goodnight now.
Yep! Good night, everyone!
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Dad, let's go to dance. Dad, let me learn to dance.
I'm really looking forward to the new play.
Chiefs is the best stall in the whole business.
I'm really looking forward to the new play.
Dad, let me learn to dance.
Life is so dull here.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade,
Dad,
it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I'm really looking forward to the new play.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Dad, let me learn to dance.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. Is the last link I have.
Today's the Academia's Niagarbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Alhaitham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him.
Hello, you two. Sleep well?
Not really. Paimon got too nervous thinking about today. What about you, Alhaitham?
Naturally, I slept just fine. After all, a good rest should be considered part of the plan.
You just...
It's crucial to dissipate any tension before...
The only thing you're doing is being annoying.
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console. I'm sure that console has a way to free Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology could let the sages imprison even a god?
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. In the Sanctuary of Surasthana, there's a device of Greater Lord Rukadevata's that she once used to isolate herself while meditating. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it can no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively
So, how?
Don't forget, today is Niagarbaha Day. Arguably the most important day to... The sages and core academia personnel are busy loading the latest batch of research developments and legal decrees into knowledge capsules so that they can be... All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grindstone. And the Academia's grounds are flowing with all sorts of... When the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process, that's our cue to access the console and free the Danger Archon. Well, yes. That's just the visible side of our plan, after all. If precedence holds, the Academia should have already started preparing for Niagarbaha Day.
Everyone should be in position. All that's left is for us to lead the charge.
Let's go.
So are we just gonna walk in through the front door, or...?
Yes. Were you expecting a stealthier approach?
Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Time to go. Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? Wait a moment. Let me think. The sages search for you. A blonde-haired traveler. Outside guest. So, from the start, the sages weren't looking for you, but this traveler?
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've arrived at the correct conclusion.
As I expected. Please, forgive me. I wasn't thinking clearly just now.
It's nothing. We'll be on our way then.
All right. Thank you for your contributions to...
What the heck just happened now?
I'm afraid I don't know either.
You have no idea?
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself of whatever truth he came up with. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions their academic facility, they will instantly feign understanding to keep up appearances. Nowadays, the academia is rampant with this type of scholar. Their obvious farces of intellect only serve to highlight themselves as fools.
Wow. So there are special ways to deal with smart people.
We shouldn't waste any more time. It would be problematic if we missed our window of opportunity.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here.
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyagarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now, hurry along.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that Academia personnel...
Are we gonna take it then? The Grand Sage's office is up there, so...
No, not right now. We can't guarantee that we...
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak past him?
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current location...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look behind you.
You're...
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts.
Grand Sage. I didn't...
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far... It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet two of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize. Excellent. You immediately initiated discussion instead of attempting to prepare... The foot traffic here renders this place unsuitable for discussion.
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, traveler. What today is Nyagarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. There is little time for idle... If that is so, then you should be praising our...
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power, creating a god. Yes, we are using human wisdom to create a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder in the interminable void of consciousness and knowledge. Even Irminsul will be freed for our nation of scholars. This is the ultimate aspiration. No cost is too great to realize it. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born within your very hands. With your degree of knowledge, you cannot even comprehend such an emotion. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Care for the people, fend off sandstorms, fabricate silly fairy tales. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers bore witness to true wisdom. The ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. They all ask, is that truly what true wisdom is supposed to look like? With that in mind, it is better to keep her isolated in the sanctuary of Suristhana, so our academy will not become embroiled in turmoil.
Justification. Do you really think that only the super smart or powerful should be able to call themselves gods?
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting against the academia, but their ideologies have the potential to lead scholars astray. Looks like there really was merit in my assignment.
I'll hate them?
Anyway, I've brought them to the academia as ordered, but it took some time and trouble. Oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler. An array of information about him ready for your perusal.
I'll hate them? So you're still on the academia side! We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. As it is Niagarbaha Day, I'll enter the information on you into the Akasha. Surely you know what that means.
We'll be monitored, just like Sino.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be updated in real time whenever new information presents itself. To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go, you will be walking under an invisible leash. This is Sumeru's greatest penalty for dishonest persons. Are you not familiar with the concept that great responsibility begets an equally great suspicion? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps from your perspective, but your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here.
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler at Caravan Ribat. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra in the desert.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have meant—
The Academia had not received correspondence from its scribe for a prolonged time. You were also in the company of the Traveler. With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rationally speaking?
Regardless, that's only a guess. The facts are that I've brought the Traveler right before you, and I gave you my report.
Indeed, your boldness deserves praise. To think that despite status as an outlander, the Traveler is still willing to sacrifice for the sake of your plan. If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan to save Lesser Lord Kusanali, sneak into the Academia on Niagarbaha Day, using Alhaitham's status as the scribe. For there is a good chance that an opportunity to save should your intentions be discovered, Alhaitham will turn traitor and sacrifice the Traveler, thus proving his innocence. As for Sino, according to the Akasha's calculations, he will soon return.
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what I say. No, even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would irreparably damage the Academia's regular operation. However, under the current circumstances, even that is trivial compared to what we stand to gain from our...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar...
So flight has turned to fight at long last. Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyargarbaha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon thinks it went something like this.
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation.
What? Why do we want to get him locked up on purpose?
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of, as well as the greatest obstacle to their successful implementation of their plan. They are very aware of the risk he poses to them. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down, the next phase of our plan will have a much higher chance of success.
I can already see.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason, of course. He has a more important task once he's in confinement. According to the Academia scholars in Ramon's custody, Lesser Lord Kusanali has sealed off her consciousness in the Akasha ever since she was captured by the Doctor. That way, they can't pry any more information from her. Even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to awaken Lesser Lord.
So our job is to wake up Nahida! Okay, totally worth getting thrown in jail.
The confinement room is inside the Academia, close to the sanctuary of Surasthana. It's a completely enclosed space. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha terminal. Once you're in, get as close as you can to Lesser Lord Kusanali and try to connect to her consciousness. However, as for whether she'll act...
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with Nahida after all. There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal! Whoa! It's Mora! Ooh, Mora! No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure! Here? No signal again! Is it getting jammed? Eh? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their heart, kept looking for a way to save Irminsul, so I can catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Surasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me, and I'm forced to lock my consciousness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all of this? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
You're right, though. I won't...
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just... when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was... You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think of... Yep, so that means our next act is...
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for—
I'm sure, and I'm going. You know that I don't like to pass up any opportunity to dance.
All right. You seem to have a lot of trust in them, so I won't say more on the subject. But if anything happens—
Don't worry. They've been through worse.
All right. You know, if you really—
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Nilou, how's it going? Nervous?
Definitely more than usual. But
It's okay. Just focus on your performance. We'll take care of everything else.
You sure know how to talk. Taking all the credit, even though we came here together to help out.
Well, thank you both. I'll have to treat you to a meal after all this ends. I really, really appreciate all of your help.
Ooh, that sounds great. Huh? How can we say no to that?
All right, let's get back to business. Nilou, we'll be here to keep people from going to the academia so they don't interrupt your performance.
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia's been conducting a weird experiment, and some of their test subjects escaped. It's really dangerous there, so stay away.
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh well, I guess it does sound like something the Academia would do.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilou! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our Bait People Away with Yalda Candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy?
Vihar, thank you so much for doing all of that. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a
You have a point.
Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything seems to be going well. Come to think of it, when did Alhaitham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Alhaitham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule from that mercenary leader? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart and all, but he still makes Paimon's blood boil. Let's review our plan for this stage again. It's not like we have anything else to do right now anyway. Paimon remembers that Nilou's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusanali's consciousness has been forcefully sealed, the core figures of the Academia and their guards have started to wear their Akasha terminals again. With the Doctor's technological support, they think they have nothing to fear.
How despicable of them to rely on such a person.
But this is also our chance. I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the Artistic Performances Prohibition Act when I was still at the Academia. It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyargarbaha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in public, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban, and so the misleading information will be disseminated amongst the guards.
Sure sounds complicated, but it seems like if everything goes well, we'll be able to get rid of all the guards in the Academia without any effort. That's pretty clever, getting right into their heads. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get the misleading info out to the guards, how can we be sure that they'll believe it?
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced. They will view everything the Akasha releases to them as the unequivocal truth.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen it happen many times.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilou of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask her to participate in a dangerous plan like this, but we can ask her in person.
All right. After the guards in the Academia are gone,
then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brothers to shine. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long.
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside the Academia, this is our hunting ground.
With a lioness like you.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible. If we give the sages enough time to realize what's happening...
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert.
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the 6 sages belong to the Corps of 30. But they have a completely different reputation, following those blasted sages every whim, throwing away all the principles of being a mercenary.
Indeed. The trap has been set.
All right, let's each take a road and herd those scattered guards back into one place. Make sure to attract their attention. Isak will be the key.
You gave such an important task to that child.
It'll be fine. Isak was so determined. Besides, even if he's caught, the guards would be too scared to do anything to him. They've never seen Lesser Lord Kusanali in person, after all.
You've got a point.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak?
When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusanali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Of course I do.
Relax. Don't think about getting... You only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the Grand Bazaar.
Okay, got it. I'm here to pay back Lesser Lord Kusanali for helping Grandpa. I won't get cold feet.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isak. Take a deep breath and go. You can do this.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. The guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Hey, stop! I saw you! Don't... Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard finally left.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me! This is bad. Where should I go?
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the Grand Bazaar. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. Or a personal grudge. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters.
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Nyagarbha Day ceremonies. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one?
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies, Grand Sage. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew.
Arrest? Who is there to arrest? I have an ominous feeling.
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make up something like that. Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusanali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusanali somehow escaped? That's impossible. The Academia is heavily guarded today. and any order to release Lesser Lord Kusanali would be strictly confidential. What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser Lord Kusanali disappear into thin air? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Here. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Suristhana. The Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the traveler that Alhaitham submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Well, even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm Lesser Lord Kusanali's status. Have you been to the sanctuary of Suristhana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusanali has indeed escaped?
Confirm? No, I haven't. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge to all of us. If we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha ourselves, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves? Wouldn't Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way?
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my words against me?
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around.
Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Suristhana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes. She really appeared again? What is the meaning of...
What a comical sight is... Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino. Have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with Alhaitham and the Traveler.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your investigation?
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Suristhana. Under your own regulations, even Academia staff are forbidden to come here. As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you?
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
How long do we have to wait? Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside. Yeah, but aren't you scared that we might be lost? Thinking about it, at least when Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone and...
Here comes your savior. You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time.
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Sino's hands, so he probably does too. Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Suristhana. We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect our ragtag bunch to do this well. Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Should I say, it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some... Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends! Thanks, you two. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire world. It's okay. With you here, Paimon's sure that everything will work out. There's one more thing. What is it? For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay. Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally standing up for yourself. I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That reminds me, we need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. First things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the Akasha. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparation. If we don't stop the God creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight. Might as well prepare for a fight. When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up.
How's it going, Nahida?
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little floaty thingy?
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
It's alright, Paimon. It can't replace you. It's only a flying device.
You're so good at comforting people, Nahida.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth.
Nahida, you're natural at this.
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself, you may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their people's faith. However, I'm not as well loved as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'll do my best to provide support. I'm glad I can rely on you.
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting? That actually sounds about right.
I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so let's skip to it.
What is this place? Is this really the way we need to go? Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right slap bang in the middle of the city?
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without being discovered.
That's true.
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the Academia alone. The Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always felt that this Doctor is different from the Academia sages. He doesn't seem to share their sense of urgency. Instead of being interested in the end product, it's like he's enjoying the experimental process.
The Fatui Harbingers are all such weirdos. So, the Doctor being weird is actually normal.
So, this Fatui that they're trying to turn into a god is called the Balladeer? We had previously come into contact with his consciousness. One is the desire for a gnosis, since he was created to be the vessel for one. The other obsession is probably related to his past. I can't quite explain it.
Paimon knows that he was a prototype puppet for the Raiden Shogun before he became a Fatui Harbinger. That's why he wants a gnosis so badly. There's no way he'd willingly be a test subject.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. Tell me more about him and what he's like. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation. I see. How fascinating. Alright, time to go. Let's...
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Time to go. One with the forest. Let's begin. As one with wind and cloud.
Boom boom!
And shroud. Let's nip that in the bud.
Incinerate!
One with the forest. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't blink!
Into the wind.
Motion to compel.
And shroud. One with nature. I hear everything. Keep up. Keep up.
Speed of light. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Incinerate!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Boom boom! Ha!
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Incinerate! Ha!
One with the forest.
Don't blink!
The wind knows me. And shroud! Let's nip that in the bud.
Boom boom! Incinerate! Cut to the chase.
Let's end this quickly.
Motion to compel.
One with nature. Can't see? I hear everything.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Yeah. One with the forest.
No more words.
Boom boom!
Send this quickly.
Hey!
Into the wind. And shroud. Time to get clouds high. The birds call.
Incinerate!
Send this quickly.
Incoming! With sword from shadow.
I'll uproot you! Keep up.
Motion to compel.
Don't blink!
Enshroud! The wind knows me.
Incinerate!
Boom boom!
One with the forest. I hear everything.
Incoming! Yeah, nowhere to hide.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Speed of light. Incinerate!
Into the wind.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Follow the wind. One with nature. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it. This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Follow the wind.
I'll put you on. Let's move. Shouldn't get careless.
Into the wind.
Don't blink! Hey! Boom boom!
Keep up and shroud. Keep up. I'll uproot you.
Speed of light! Incinerate! Cut to the chase! Don't blink! Hey!
One with nature.
Boom boom!
Clouds high. The birds call. And trap. One thing after another.
Motion to compel!
Let's nip that in the bud. One with the forest.
Incinerate!
Into the wind. Can't see?
Incoming! With sword comes shadow!
One with nature. One with the forest. The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Motion to compel! Don't blink! Hey!
I'll uproot you!
Incoming! Nowhere to hide. Don't blink!
And shroud!
Incinerate!
Can't see?
Hey!
Into the wind!
With sword comes shadow.
And Shroud! Let's nip that in the bud. One with nature.
Motion to compel.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst.
Oh no! What should we do? Paimon can't imagine how hard it would be to fight against a Fatui Harbinger with a gnosis.
Are you nervous, Paimon?
If you really want to know, of course Paimon's nervous. Aren't you too?
Yes, I am. This is probably the first time I faced with a calamity of this degree since my birth. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious?
Curious about our fate. To me, everything we perceive in this world, everything we learn, and everything that happens to us is considered knowledge. And if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans and all the things that happen to them. And now, at long last, I'm not just an observer anymore. I will personally experience my own fate.
Ah, so that's what you mean. Paimon...
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura. It really feels like a god! A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a constant power supply. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed.
You sure are something.
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same thing.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War, but the way I see it, all those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed that I was never allowed the fortuity to personally participate in the Archon War. This is a first. Encountering a god in this world who does not crave power. No wonder your own people have abandoned you. God of... Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me in combat. Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Perish!
Incinerate!
Insignificant pest! My endless cycle begins!
I object.
Time to go.
Insignificant pest!
Nowhere to hide. Got lucky that time. One step back, two forward.
Time to go.
At my command, you shall fall!
Clouds high, the birds call! I hear everything! Churn!
Boom!
Feeble human!
Cut to the chase!
I'll bury you! Keep up! Time to pull some weeds. My endless cycle begins! Time to go. Into the wind. Insignificant past! Sure! Insignificant past! That hurts!
Incinerate!
At my command, you shall fall!
The law has loopholes.
Time to go.
Perish!
One with nature. Insignificant past!
Motion to
My endless cycle begins! Enshroud! Feeble human!
Source of shadow.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Insignificant past! Time to go. That hurts! At my command, you shall fall! Fine. Feeble human! to go.
Insignificant pest!
More power.
Cut to the chase.
One with the force. Let's nip that in the bud.
You cannot defy me, mortal! My endless cycle begins!
Keep up.
Feeble human!
Keep up.
Churn! At my command, you shall fall!
Time to pull some weeds. Time to go.
Need more power!
Boom boom!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Speed of light.
You cannot defy me, mortal! My endless cycle begins! Perish! Insignificant pest! At my command, you shall fall! Perish!
Incinerate!
Feeble humans!
Boom boom! With sword comes shadow.
Insignificant pest!
with wind and cloud! And shroud! I hear everything! Tremble! Keep up. Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Jack.
The wind moves.
Incinerate!
Keep up. I'll bury you. Reality is pain.
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Booer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Father's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you. The first sage of Booer.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate!
Make yourselves at home! Boom boom!
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Incinerate! Ha! Boom boom! Ja, ja, ha!
Reality is pain! Time to go. Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Good riddance, cruel world. Clouds high. The birds
Incinerate!
Your new god awakens!
No life lasts forever.
Now, your eyes have been opened. Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Incinerate!
into the wind. Reality is pain. Time to go.
Motion to compel.
Kneel! Burn to oblivion! Humans. Filthy humans. Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
The case before us.
Huh. This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined. Shouldn't Irminsul be in this realm of consciousness?
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to be as polluted as this. Forbidden knowledge? It seems you know about a concept that even I don't completely understand. Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Deshret's self-sacrifice, and Greater Lord Rukkhadevata nearly exhausting her power. Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred during the Conria Cataclysm 500 years ago. But I'm afraid it is much more serious this time, with Irminsul itself already in danger.
So, if we're in the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and it's also been affected by forbidden knowledge pollution...
Yes. It's very possible that she didn't completely eradicate forbidden knowledge, but if it weren't for her actions, the way that everyone, including me, has forgotten everything about forbidden knowledge may very well be due to her restoration of Irminsul. I'm just sharing her pain. The pollution of her consciousness here is severe. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions? All the way up to her last breath. She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us to follow. Yes, Her words were distorted by forbidden knowledge, so that's all we could hear. But now, we have a chance to find the answer to this mystery. We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right path to meet with her lucid consciousness. And then, we'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us the truth in person. Each of us need to be mindful of the state of our own consciousness while we are here. Even with the Gnosis' protection, we must always keep a clear mind. Otherwise, we could go Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that mind of yours clear, Paimon.
Time to go.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course is the direction our consciousness is traveling toward.
Wow! What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
The wind knows me. That hurts! Can't see?
Motion to compel. With sword comes shadow.
Into the wind. One with nature.
Don't blink! Hey!
Let's nip that in the bud. Into the wind.
Incoming! Got lucky that time. Yeah, nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
One with the forest.
Incinerate!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Incoming! Hey! Yeah!
I hear everything! Can't see? One with nature!
Boom! Don't blink! Stronger than I thought. To the chase!
The wind knows me.
Incinerate!
Enshroud! Let's nip that in the bud. One with nature. One with the forest.
Speed of light. Motion to compel.
Can't see?
Hey!
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind.
Boom!
One with the forest.
Nowhere to hide.
Look! Four-leaf sigils have appeared in the sky!
The wind knows me. And Shroud! I'll uproot you!
Incoming!
One with the forest.
Motion to compel.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Cut to the chase.
One with nature.
Don't blink. Incinerate.
And Shroud! Keep up.
Motion to compel.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows me. One with the forest. I'll uproot you!
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
And Shroud! One with nature.
Boom boom!
Time to go as one with wind and cloud. Can't see?
Motion to compel.
I hear everything. And Shroud!
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of... We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been...
Hopefully there won't be any more interruptions. This time...
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata before?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise, I think she would have given me a little more guidance.
Hey! You've done a great job, Nahida! So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there is...
Is that... Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. But this is just a realm of consciousness. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature. Why?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in another form. I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me has presumably died a long time ago. Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years, but you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. All things have their own fate. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate is the ultimate knowledge, isn't it?
That's a great insight. Yes, very good. It's also precisely why you won't become like me.
Really?
But perhaps you may become an even greater Archon than I. I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in my time. And the future that it leads you to will be yours alone, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant. You only need to wait quietly for the flower to bloom.
Come to think of it, the sages never had the faintest inkling of the meaning of wisdom.
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact myself in another fate. It's so nice to speak with you, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
The feeling is mutual. From the moment I snapped the branch off Irminsul and created you, I've also looked forward to talking with you.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. Except for me. I had a more important task to attend to. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. At that very moment, with my consciousness connected to Irminsul, the pain started to torment my mind. Had I not repelled the pollution of forbidden knowledge with King Deshret thousands of years ago?
So what exactly?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul...
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's dreams using the Akasha. Then I compiled their wisdom and all of my own power.
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from Irminsul, but things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. And then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. From the very beginning, my existence had been polluted by the forbidden knowledge.
Oh no. How
I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and knowledge. And there's no way for me to eliminate myself. It would be a sort of paradox. So, I took the purest branch of Irminsul as my incarnation in the next samsara and left a trail of clues, all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait, no.
So you realize what that implies. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. Removing me from Irminsul means I essentially will never have existed in this world, but this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much, and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. How can we just forget you like that? Is there really no other way?
You're the god of wisdom, Booer. You should know that there is no other way.
But this is so...
No need to feel so sad, Booer. As someone who delights in wisdom, you should feel joy at finally finding the answer. These are the words in their entirety. The answer you've been seeking all along. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow.
I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams. I'm alright. I'm just a little confused. We've just saved the world, right? So why am I crying? I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. Just now, we used the power of two gnosis to successfully connect with the Irminsul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution from Irminsul.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Huh? That sound. Traveler! Paimon!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you.
The doctor! What have you done?
Just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sages. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't do anything dangerous that could potentially damage our relationship.
Negotiate with me? I heard...
I left Sumeru, but I also... Even the God of Wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this world?
An astute guess. Even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major decision in hopes of preserving all my perspectives of how I observed the world. Observation is the first step of any experiment, but observing the current world doesn't satisfy me. So I saved segments of all my ages and made them into independent individuals. That's all there is to it. Indulge me.
It's an insult to the very concept of life. Life inherently has many rules and restrictions, each with its own significance and reason to exist. They can't be broken on a whim.
Indeed. It's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves.
Since you're in the academia, why wait until now to show up?
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the subject in the middle of an experiment? It was my experiment.
The academia saw the plan to create a god as their ultimate goal. You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of yourself?
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me confronted...
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging. You seem to have even fewer convictions than a typical scholar.
Oh no, I certainly have my own conviction. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment. For example... Lesser Lord Kusanali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand the disparity in our combat...
Didn't you say you were here to negotiate with me?
After all, I'm also a scholar.
Your hypocrisy is built on absolute confidence. I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now, and awaken the Heavenly Principle?
Awaken... Do you think that's really possible?
The Heavenly Principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Teyvat and all the laws. Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the Heavenly Principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the consequence? Do you dare to gamble such a possibility with me?
Gamble? How surprising. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. But this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an experimenter. Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility.
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in Sumeru. But this Electro-Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding price?
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how you wish to restrict me. Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require extremely rare resources and enormous amounts of time and effort. Yes, how very interesting. Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me. And that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless argument.
Like you said, It's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a gnosis. Besides, with my abilities, it's only a matter of time until I find better perspective. But what I'd like to know is, how can you be sure that I've really erased them?
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here, take it. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics once again. There won't be any further gaps for you to exploit.
It truly pains me that my academic achievements have never been appreciated in my homeland. Another chess piece. And where is your dendronosis?
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to... Besides, isn't it the Archon's duty to deliver what's desired of the Seeker? Oh, judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet here you wish to exchange knowledge for the God of Wisdom's property. Arrogant as that is, it has piqued my interest.
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you about this, it will be time for me to say goodbye. With negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Together! Okay. Wake him up. Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tainari could stop us from going out now, right? Come on, Traveler. Good morning. Looks like you're awake. Yep, yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever.
And Paimon bets they're all delicious.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So Oh, it's from Nilu.
We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you. Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have a look.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Time to go.
Tainari!
Ah, good morning.
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy. The Elazar patients have recovered, as well as Hypatia. For now, I only need to tend to my Forest Watcher duties.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear.
By the way, we have some good news.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast?
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd... You and Kale are both Cyno's close
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the...
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the Forest Rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really, but that's another topic.
Ah, right! We're here to request permission to head out.
You've recovered well. You may go. But be careful.
Yay!
The rainforest is the best.
forest is the best place to live.